For example,
For example,
in last month's report.
in the last month report,
Ini some example.
it shows. For example, in the last month report,
Ada tak discrepancy kita?
if user key in late, it will
Tak, bulan Mei punya report. Ada discrepancy tak?
okay, ada.
Bagi contoh lah. For example, in the May report,
For example, in the May report,
there was a discrepancy
on the data.
Give them an example.
Like LMR, which they have to key in the manual on the Excel, and if they did not key in the data, they will not reflect to the other reports.
Give an example of a real discrepancy. For example, in May there was a discrepancy in the number reported for LMR. For example, in May, there was a discrepancy in the number reported for LMR. If data was keyed in on time,
If the data key in on time, there will
be no
be no discrepancy,
such as this.
such as
This.
this.
Betul lah tu. Number 3.
Okay, number 3. If user did not key in on time, there will impact and affect other department because the data relate each other.
For decision making. Example,
For example,
Chewbacca uses,
Chewbacca uses
I don't know lah, the report for performance for tracking the performance of our branches. For example, Chewbacca uses the report
to track the performance of the branches. If the Chewbacca users did not key in the data,
apalah Chewbacca use, orang siapa yang key in yang Chewbacca nak guna? You guna siapa yang data? Give one department. For example, LMR. If the LMR user key in the data late,
so
Chewbacca
not able to get the data accurately
to track the branches performance. This is how other department user can impact other departments
performance.
other departments user. Okay. Let's continue. Let me repeat.
Okay, let me repeat the 3 reasons why
Kuat lagi suara.
the 3 reasons
Kuat. The 3 reasons
why users need to key in the data on time.
Number 1.
To get the actual figures to be displayed on the portal, to be reported to the MTM.
Number 2.
Number 2, to avoid the discrepancy on the data. And 3, to avoid the impact and the effect of each department
On other department.
Therefore, I urge all of you to key in the data on time.
to avoid these problems.
this problem.
We will monitor this for 1 year.
We will monitor this for 1 year.
If still
If still did not
key in on time,
key in on time,
we will start a new process
to
track
track
this.
this.
Thank you very much.